As resourceful newcomers, independent of any pirate lord affiliation, you could perhaps do this for me? Free agents like yourselves with no pre-existing loyalties, you could, well, it would be good to have such allies to present to the council in dramatic reveal. Right when everyone
Yes.
thinks you're against me, we'll reveal you and you'll be on my side. That sounds good, right?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Unless we're being double-blinded and set up. But yeah, that'd be great.
She's like, oh, I'm called the luck of the draw, not the luck of the double blind.
Yes, that would be Scourge in a more serious note.
She says,
Absolutely,
well,
that's exactly what we're looking for.
I'll tell you what, start completing these tasks for me. And if you do a good job of it, I'll see what I can do about getting you on the Pirate Council. Pirate Lordship sounds like a good deal, right?
That sounds fantastic.
We'll figure it out from there. No need to plan the plan before the plan happens.
Okay. And the tasks would be...
So, she gives you a series of letters authorizing you to pull up to 5 plunder worth of gold from her personal accounts at the Port Peril banks. And she says, I'm convinced that Cheliax has spies and informants working in the Shackles, and I can think of only 2 places that might have some knowledge of traitorous informers in our midst. The first is the House of Stolen Kisses in Kent, where a temple of Callistria and one of the best information brokerages is in the Shackles. Use this note here to obtain an audience with the temple's high priestess, Dindrian, and she writes something down and hands it over to Alaris with a knowing look. The second is the Temple of the Hidden Name, a secret temple of Norgorber said to operate in the town of Beachcomber on Bag Island. If anyone knows of these spies, it would be the followers of the Reaper of Reputation. I have no contacts with the priests of that temple, so I hope you can convince them to tell you what you need to know. She unfurls several beautifully drawn, detailed nautical charts. They are a magical item called the Chart of the Fair Wind, which allows you to get wherever you're going.
What?
Yeah. So you now have charts that always have your position.
Oh, nice.
We have GPS.
Not quite. It's not going to tell you where to go. It's just going to tell you where you are.
We
Well,
are
Make a
literally
left
positioned-
at Motaku Island, coming up in 600 nautical miles.
Still cool though.
Okay. So just the 2, House of Stolen Kisses and the Temple of the Hidden Name
Yes,
for starters. Okay.
indeed.
We'll be happy to undertake this.
Now, would you like to join my fleet, or should we keep it under the table? As she says that, she kind of kicks Agrajag.
I think it would be best that we don't show our hands just yet.
Of course. Well, she hands you a rolled-up pennant and says, if you need help from anyone on Kent, or indeed anyone on Motaku Island, fly my flag from the top of your mast, and they will know you as an ally. But, until then, keep it secret, keep it safe. I'd like to use you as my secret weapon on the Pirate Council. It might take a while, but it'll be worth it.
Absolutely.
So, she's like, now, please enjoy your dinner. This was, of course, only the appetizers. I have some more business to attend to. So she stands up and kisses Agrajag on the forehead, and then, exits, and she's like, have fun! And, waves as she's walking out.
Have
The
fun
servants
storming the
start
island.
Yeah, the servants start bringing you out, food trays and stuff with entrees.
All right.
Yeah.
Now
That's a
that there's
great
nobody
food.
here to watch, Scourge will start to tuck her in.
Yep.
Can't pass up a free meal, man.
Actually, they have a dwarven servant come out. He's just basically, standing next to you with a keg. He's giving you, eating tips. He's like, of course, sir. If you'd like to eat the salmon in that manner, might I suggest shifting the fork to your left hand?
Frees up the right for the ale mug. Awesome.
Of course.
Good
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very
Skirt
well-informed
may need
dwarf
help
butler.
home after this.
Yeah. So, indeed, all of you get a racial butler, except for Agrajag, because who would keep a Undine on staff just in case you have an Undine visitor? But,
I'm
yeah.
fine with that.
Yeah, they have 2 elves buttle the rest of you.
Nice. Okay. She really knows how to throw on a feed bag.
Yeah. I love that that's what you say. She really knows how to throw on a feedback.
Scourge is exposing his roots.
Yeah, he's from southern Canada, where all the cowboys live.
All right.
For those that haven't caught that reference, in the shared world that all my Pathfinders campaigns are in, dwarves are typically from Canada. They're super polite, they're used to cold, and they like living underneath the earth.
Nice.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do now? After, night ends, you wake up again in the morning.
Okay. We should go pull our plunder from the bank. How much y'all think? Just take 2 for the first trip.
Yeah.
Have some spread money when we get down to the island.
Yeah, we have to at least. We remember when we get there, we have to pay the crew at least 1 because that's a dock.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll take 3 then, and hopefully we'll encounter something to get some more on the way. All right. Any preparations we need? Anything we missed? Can y'all think of anything?
I mean, I know Aces is going to be periodically arcane marking my bullets.
I could do it like in one sitting.
Right.
Just sit there like
mark. But if you're going to locate object, how would you differentiate which bullet to locate?
These serial numbers.
yes, with numbers such and such, such and such.
Panto 267 COA, 268 COA, 269 COA.
Yeah, someone else gave me the idea. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. On the way there, I can do some crafting if y'all want.
Oh yeah, we can do 1,000 gold a day, can't we?
Yeah, but do we have money for crafting?
That's what we probably figure out what we had from last time, the haul that we
Work
got.
on that in between if we can come up with anything. All right, so I guess we will pull 3 plunder and set sail for K. Yes?
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay.
Watching for any targets along the way. And we really seriously need to start an email chain about getting our ship put together.
Whoa. I just want to
Stat.
say, I know I'm the GM and the organizer, but I've done everything I can except literally do it for you guys at this point.
Yeah. I could not remember how much we have to spend on the ship. I really don't have any idea how many points are plunder. We have 10,000?
10K at the initially is what we
10K?
decided to put aside.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll put together some suggestions this week then.
So I'm going to update. Can someone update the plunder, actually? Because you guys have, 3 now with 0 tower plunder? Right? How much did you just draw out of the bank?
3.
Okay, so you have 6 total. Because you had 3 left over from Sandar Quinn.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so where are you guys going first?
Probably we have a more direct mission to Kent. We have 2 things to do there, right? That would.
What's
Get
the
the
other
most
thing you
bang
do
for
in
our buck.
Kent?
Oh yeah, side note, when we decide what we get throughout the thing, I probably went before to buy the material to make the stuff. FYI, just put it out there.
Oh, that was Admiral Fairwind that asked us to come to Kent too.
I have a personal
Yeah.
mission to go to Kent
Okay.
to speak with the same person.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Well,
We've
she
got
asked me to look her up next time I'm in Kent.
Right. Okay.
Because
Well, let's start with that, and we'll get
Thank
Alaris's needs out of the way.
Yes. Help our friends out. Help
Take
us.
care of our friends first. Yep, exactly. So, map?
Okay. You're going to Kent?
Yep.
Okay.
I think we're going to the same temple, actually. Deal with the person
How
on this
sound-
The stolen kisses.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
sounded
can I
like it.
use? Yeah, can I use sleight of hand to kind of hide my wizard pouch? Is that cool, Arthur?
How are you hiding it?
Like
Oh, your spell
behind the
component
coat. Yeah, like behind my coat jacket, for no
I
one
think
can
that's a
notice it
thing
right
you
away.
can do, right? Let's look at
Oh,
sleight
yeah.
of hand.
It's like, yep, definitely.
Yeah, you can
For
still
smaller
hit-
items, yeah. You can't like hide a double barrel, shotgun, but
Unless you had an extra dimensional space to put it in.
yeah.
Hide an
endless bandolier.
object. Yeah,
Like
okay.
endless bandolier.
Yeah, because I don't want to say, hey, there's a wizard right there. I'm actually dressed up like a rogue, like a scholarly rogue.
Well, your spell component pouch just looks like a pouch. It doesn't look special.
Yeah, but to another wizard, to another caster, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
Is that a coin purse or a component pouch?
It's like a gunslinger looking for the concealed, holster in the belt behind the, back. He's like, oh yeah, that's where he keeps it.
But if we ever do get captured, it'd be nice to have it, hidden on my person too.
Spell mastery, man.
I'm taking story feats. What are you talking about?
You should invest in a Kadia Manigan brand lockpick that always stays with you, no matter what.
I never heard of this lockpick, but I will look it up.
Oh, look up a prequel adventure. It's a reference to that. No matter what, it always has a lockpick. No matter what.
You just don't want to know where he keeps it.
You guys sailed to the
Exactly.
lively seaport of Kent on the northern coast of Motaku Island. So when you're sailing in here, it's a fairly bustling city. It's a lot more like you would expect from a civilized port. There's less crappy pirate ships with things falling off them and black sails, and a lot more white-sailed big merchant frigates and militarized looking, like brigs and stuff. Everything here looks like it's either owned by someone very rich or owned by someone who worked in the military. Or is in the military, I should say. Yeah, the city streets are actually pretty clean. There's, people are out in the streets, smiling, hi! Now, the smiles might be missing a few teeth. And, they might have a couple daggers sitting up their sleeves. But everyone seems really friendly when you land.
So at least keeping up appearances.
The harbor master is like, yes, who are you lot then?
I'll introduce the crew and show him our... This is a pirate port, right? So we can show our captain's...
You're showing your letter of marque?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, my apologies, free captain. Of course, we'll have a private berthing for your ship laid out for you. Bring her around to docking bay number 49.
All right.
Right.
They have a pilot or anything?
Yeah, it actually says docking bay 94.
94.
Yeah, they have a harbor tug that brings you over to docking bay 94.
All right. Very good. Thank you, my good man. I have to assume that tipping is proper etiquette.
No tip necessary.
No? Not at all. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then.
So here's the thing to
Onward.
remember about free captains. You're about to pay your crew 1 plunder, and they're about to go spend it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
They're about to get all the
Probably
tax
spend-
they need.
Spend all of it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you land, you
That
pay
works.
out your 1 plunder. There's there's a sign, one of those signs that say it's this far to this location, this far to this location.
Right.
You guys park your ship in at the end of a long pier where lots of ships are parked, and at the end of that pier that connects to solid land, that's where this sign is, and it's Hall of Governance, Tessa Fairwind's mansion, the Hall of Stolen Kisses, the Judgment of Abadar. Like it tells you where every major thing in the city is. So
Did we see Admiral Fairwind's ship when we pulled into port?
you did not. You actually saw it in Port Peril when you were pulling out.
So she's still there. Okay.
Yes.
So she's
as
probably
she
not
said
home.
she would be.
All right.
Even though she gave me a letter to look her up when we're in Kent, but obviously she's not here.
Yes.
She
Is
has
there
to
anybody
stay in
that-
port.
I want to remind you, timeline-wise, she met you, she told you to go to the Riptide Ale House, made out with you, and then you went to the Riptide Ale House and said, I'm looking for work, to Pierce Jarrell. And Pierce Jarrell goes to her and is like, hey, these guys are pretty cool, they're looking for work. And she's like, oh, that guy. I know that guy. Cool.
Okay.
All right.
I kind of figured.
That's
something along
right.
those lines,
That's right. My shit is tight on the canon timeline, bitches. Everything makes total sense if you look at it from
It
the
all-
wide perspective.
and it all comes together. All right. We should probably find some place to stay first. You guys just want to stay on the ship? Imagine after the time at sea, we'd like to get off of the.
After all the stuff.
Yeah, I
I've
mean,
been doing.
Speak for yourselves, mammals.
when plunder is distributed, that includes first officers as well. So we
Of
We
course.
have money to spend. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll find someone to take us to a decent inn.
Well,
Something that a free captain would
did
probably.
I see any nice chloral beds on the way in?
Yeah, sure.
Probably
Because you
sleep on
dang
one of
sure don't want to
those.
stay in the ship's harbor. That would be.
any 1,000 count coral beds that you want to sleep in.
No. Nope.
Yes, 1,000 sponge count.
Just stay in the-
I kind of want to stay on the ship just because
Okay.
carpenter / watch out for the ship. That's my baby.
All right.
Okay, yeah, you guys find a nice inn. Let me use my random inn generator. Because if you're going to have one, why not use it?
There you go.
Random inn generator. By the way, that's at donjon.bin.sh/fantasy/inn. Bam. If you can remember everything I just said, you'll be able to find your way there.
Or it's in the link in the description.
No, I'm not going to link it in the description.
Oh.
There is a single-story walled building. It is called the Rogue Catfish.
The rogue catfish.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so you stay there. You hear a lot of people talking about the undiscovered chambers of the Dark Tomb of Malice. And then one particularly old sailor's like, do not go to Rahadum. If you go there, you will die. And everyone's like, shut up, Grandpa.
And why
Go to
would that?
Rahadum and hang out with atheists? Wow.
And why would that be, old timer?
So he's just like, if you go to Rahadum, they will remove your soul.
Sounds unpleasant. Thanks
Someone
for the
at the bar is like, Sheridan, shut the hell up. Ignore the old man. He's just a dumb drunk. Was a cleric of some kind before he lost his powers. Said it was because of the, Legion of Man, but probably just because he's a drunk asshole.
You should worship the holy foundament.
That is the ruin of many men.
When you say that, the old man, puts his hands on Alaris and shakes him and says, if you go to Rahadum, you will die. It is a land of shadow. No one leaves the same as they arrived.
Okay. Well, we will certainly keep that in mind.
I, carefully, remove his grip from my shoulder and back
He
away.
falls down on the ground drunk. He just keeps saying, Rahadum.
I kind of go tis, being old.
You're not even there. You said you were on the ship.
As a
Am I
random
right? Well-
NPC in the background.
Okay, yeah, you're a random NPC now. Yeah, you know who you are. You're Evil Bandit Dan in 10 Penny Tasty.
Yes!
Yes!
Yes! Evil Bandit!
I call Evil
He's like,
Bandit Dan. You could
What
be
a
Dan Bandit.
shame.
I love how Dan's immediately like, okay, we're actually going to do this. No, we're not. They're background NPCs.
I love Evil Dan. It's like Penny and the
I
Bandit.
love how like no one has any idea what we're talking about either.
No, not a clue.
Evil Bandit
Just
Dan
funny
is an
listening about
NPC from Reign of Winter, who I
Yes,
let
he's
Dan
fine.
play because he. What? No, he's
Bash
not.
survived.
Oh,
I have to buy me a headset.
yeah. Evil Bandit Dan is an NPC from Reign of Winter. He's just a random guard I let Dan play when his character died,
Oh,
and he survived the fight. And then he was like, "Well, time to leave the party." So that my
Well,
PC character can come in. So now he
Well,
journeys
I'm
the countryside.
He and 10 Penny Tasty just
Places to
journey the
put 'em.
countryside having misadventures at variety hours.
Yep,
Penny, the Bandit.
10 Penny Tasty.
Yeah. Penny and the Bandit.
Okay. So, yeah, you get an inn. It's called the Rogue Catfish. Eat some catfish there. They have lots of it. I think it's the kind of inn where you go and the barkeeper just gives you food. You don't even ask for it. He just picks what he wants to give you and you eat it and you pay for it.
You want that? You want that? You want that?
You look like the type for this.
You best start believing in doom stories, lad. You're in one.
Dude.
Doom.
Do not go to Zahadum, or you will die. Yeah. So what do you want to do now? You wake up in the morning feeling fresh like P. Diddy?
Okay.
I guess we should start snooping.
I think I want to send a message to the House of Stolen Kisses that I'd like to arrange a meeting with the head priestess. I'm just
Dindrian.
scrolling up to find her name.
Yeah,
Pardon?
it's Dindrian. Dindrian.
Yeah, just to meet with her instead of just barging in saying, "Oh, let's have a meeting." You know, send them
Okay.
invite.
Yeah. After about an hour, you get a missive back sealed in wax with the holy symbol of Callistria pressed into it and your name on it. Written in flowery calligraphy.
Sweet. And so, specifically, according to the Admiral Fairwind, what does she want with the head priestess?
She's
just
looking for information on Chelish invaders.
Chelish invaders. Okay.
Or spies that are hiding out.
Yep.
Specifically spies.
Them spies. They got switchblades. Watch out.
This is not something that I'm going to be terribly helpful in, so I'm going to have to leave it up to you guys.
Look towards our first mate for guidance.
It sounds like a diplomatic mission, mate.
Everybody's like,
Does anyone want to accompany me?
Oh, of
Of
course.
course, I'll tag along.
Yeah. Learning about other temples.
I'll definitely.
Okay. So I think that's like the end scene is Alaris turns and he's like, "Does anyone want to accompany me?" And everyone else like jumps and puts their fists in the air, and there's a freeze frame at that moment, and then it's like "to be continued" in really flowery in calligraphy script, so it's like Dindrian wrote it. "To be continued." Yep. Bam. And then the music comes on. It's like, "Hey, hey, 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 don't you?" And then the show cuts off. Because it's an 80s, it's an 80s song, right? So you got to have
Yeah.
the 80s references right at the end. Yeah! All right, the
Yep,
camera's
there
cut
we go.
out just in time because we're right there at the end of the 4 hours. Bam.
Yeah.
Nobody
All
wants
right.
to go back to the 80s.
I hope
I
you
do.
guys enjoyed the Return to Skulls and Shackles. I thought it was pretty good myself.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
especially for a
Thoroughly
first
enjoyed it.
episode. Usually the first episodes, you're kind of like trying to get things rolling and people trying to remember things. And yeah, I think it went pretty good.
Went real well. Although Scourge
Well,
completely...
we literally lived through 20 weeks of it, plus an extra 5 weeks of Plunder and Peril, so yeah, we kind of know how the story goes.
Scourge completely wrecked his only chick. Or only test.
It was our fault. We didn't spot it, too.
Crash.
And I just lucked out on mine by like 1 point, so it's not
At least
like a
he was
big
the right
deal.
one to fall 60 feet to the ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would have sucked for anybody else.
He should have just rolled over and done a swan dive and gone in head first just for dramatic.
Yeah, I love the idea that you actually did hit head first, and that's why your boulder helmet like penetrated the deck and just destroyed part of the filthy lucre.
Been a lot cooler if I'd have thought of that on the spot.
I can't lie, that giant part was hilarious. I love that.
That was awesome. That worked out super well. I really
I'm
liked
surprised
it.
you didn't charge him because, being a dwarf, but you played that cool.
Fish pork!
Oh,
I'm sad that he
That was
died,
actually,
though.
I really enjoyed that, Arthur. That was actually very well done.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would have been like to
It
actually
was very
play.
well done by all of you, because this is Season 2 of Skulls and Shackles, and unlike my previous tyrannical reign in Episode 1, now we're working together to make some sweet-ass stories. Bitches, real as fuck. And that's when I actually dropped this mic, but now you can't hear me as well, because the mic is literally down here.
Tune in
Thank
to
you,
the 10
guys.
DC.
All right,
Tune in
y'all,
to the
please stay active on the email about the ship. Let's get this thing wrapped up and get our money sorted out before.